Well, YouTubers, Inspired Art Photos here. Hey, I'm the best value shopper in the world. At least I like to be. And I've been looking for a way to supplement my small cameras that I use. And I shoot a lot with a Canon G7X. Fantastic camera. It's a 1-inch sensor. It has a couple things that really bug me. One of them, it's not a true 24 millimeter wide angle lens. It stretches the images in the corners to cover the sensor. And for doing landscape, I really have to go to about 35 millimeter equivalent in focal length to get away from that. Great camera. I use it a lot. It just really bothers me doing landscape photography. So I've been thinking about something that would be very portable like the G7X, and I've been looking at the Micro Four Thirds platform for a while. One of the cameras that I came up with real quickly, and I'm going to be going into my full review, is the Panasonic Lumix DMC GX85. And I've been looking around for the best way to buy one. Adorama, unlike B&H, has a bundle that was particularly attractive for me, and that included the Green Extreme dual smart battery charger. The most important thing that this came with that a lot of the chargers on Amazon didn't is a charging plate for the battery, and it came with a Green Extreme BGL battery, Series 10. And I've had great success with the Panasonic clone batteries by Green Extreme in other applications. I've also used the Green Extreme in my Nikon D750, my D7200, and my Canon G7X. And so, I would rather go with something that I've used. And if I went with the Panasonic branded travel charger, it added about $100 to the purchase. By using this, I came up with several other things included in the bundle that were particularly useful for me. A couple updates. When I first made the video, I didn't receive the tripod when I unpackaged the items. Got an email from Adorama that it was being shipped separately, and it arrived on Monday. The camera came on Friday, so that's great service. Also, when I contacted my salesperson when I placed the order, I used the phone rather than doing it online because I had a question. Back in June, I'd seen the same bundle packaged with the Lumix G variable 45 to 150 f4 to 5.6 lens. This Black Friday special that I purchased didn't have it, but I was aware that it had been bundled in the past. So I asked my salesperson, hey, what if you offer that again going into the holidays with that lens available? And they said, well, as long as you contact us within 30 days, we'll probably honor that as a price match price for you and include it. Well, Black Friday and Cyber Week were over. The very next day, they went into their holiday savings, and sure enough, both B&H and Adorama had that lens bundled with them. So I contacted them. I have that lens as part of the bundle. So for $639, I ended up with a lot of functionality. The little card reader is beneficial for me for my laptop because I do use micro SD cards on my GoPros, and it's really nice to have a card reader that can be handled kind of like a thumb drive. It's very handy, very good. The tripod will probably be painted in camouflage colors, so that I can do GoPro time-lapse footage with that out in the field somewhere taking sunrise pictures where it probably is not so recognizable if somebody's driving by. So the fact that it came with the Tacoma aluminum tripod for my functions, with using it on a very lightweight camera, having it bundled in the kit, very, very handy. So on the complete bundle, I will go through as I actually unpack everything. The camera bag, when I bought it, I thought it was going to be a little too big. It turns out it's a great size for my lens inventory, the 45 to 150, plus I went ahead and bought a pancake lens, 20 millimeter pancake 1.7 lens. Right. Today from Adorama, I received the bundle that they have advertised as a Black Friday special. It's $639. And it had a lot of attractiveness for me. because I'm not in love with the system that Panasonic uses for charging the battery within the camera. Most device failures that I've had have been due to device overheating. I had an iPhone 5 that the battery failed inside the iPhone, rendering the device literally toast. First off, this bundle, I'll go through the accessories. I was not pleased at all with the packaging from Adorama. Everything was kind of loosely thrown in here. Everything rattled. My wife was pretty upset. Everything was just loosely thrown in this box. The box has a fairly large dent in it, as you can see. And I thought that the GX85 in here would have been pretty well packaged by the manufacturer. It was all right. Not what I'm used to seeing from, say, Nikon or Canon. And so anyway, to make a long story short, here's basically the packing job that arrived. And just everything just kind of thrown in here. And just some bubble wrap. This basically, as you can see, everything's just free to float around. This probably, in fairness to them, was right there, but just completely free to bang around. And it actually looks like it probably was. Some of the other bundled accessories that were to come with the camera were a SanDisk card, and I have a number of these cards. They're alright. What's missing though is it's not a U3 speed card, and so it's not 4K compatible. This camera has 4K capability, so that was one thing that you know, it's alright. It would be great for photos, and I have used these cards. Not very good on my D750. They're just not fast enough. I recommend the SanDisk Extreme cards. The Ultra cards have been underwhelming in the past. Hey, but it was bundled. The price was right. All right, moving back into the little kit here. As I said, the battery pack, the plate, and the charger. And then there they are installed. And that was my main reason for buying this bundle. All right, some of the other accessories, of course. You have this Optics Care cleaning kit. There might be something in there like the blower or something else that's handy. Nice little carrying case. This could actually turn in handy because this little card reader, USB card reader. I do use GoPros, and finding something that's portable where I can have the ability to read little micro SD cards is handy. So it's kind of nice, and it was bundled. So hey, what's wrong with that? Probably making you seasick, but I'm just gonna work with what I have here. This is a Corel Digital Creative Suite 2, and actually I have some functionality in here. The paint program in here actually opens my old layered Photoshop files, whereas the latest versions of the Creative Cloud don't. This is a UV filter, just to protect the element and everything else, particularly on a camera that's going to get carried around a lot. It gives me a little bit of security. I don't know how good it is. It's a Vivitar brand, but again, it came in the bundle, and it saves me having to buy one separately. Finally, this is a card holder, Adorama brand, for keeping your cards in. I have waterproof card SDHC card holders and SDXC card holders that are waterproof and everything else, but it's kind of nice to have, and it came with the bundle. The price was right. Hi, I just wanted to show you this little fiddly door here. It actually has some tension on it. When I've pulled it up and away, it's just going to break off. This is the charging port. I'm very careful to put it in carefully, but that's a poor excuse for, you know, something. If you're charging it every day over a period of time, it will break. There's just too much stress on the hinges on the back side here. You can see how thin they are. This is a weak point on this camera. and that was one of the reasons why I went with the bundle from Adorama, was to get a good external charger and another setup battery wise. Anyway, very pleased with Adorama's customer service. I'm very pleased actually with this video tripod that came with it. I didn't realize that it would have pan and zoom. I'm going to set the camera down and just show that to you real quickly for anybody that's doing video. It's kind of handy. I can pan back and forth. Now you heard a little click there. That's because I have everything kind of tightened down. I wasn't planning to do this, and then I can loosen this up, and I have nice smooth tilt available, and I will loosen up that pan control. Again, this came with this bundle, and actually very happy with the fact that if I'm very careful with this, there's a way to brace this so that you can make nice smooth movements. I obviously don't have the technique. It's not a fluid head, but for changing angles easily, it gives me some functionality, and it's a lot better than my hand holding of this setup. So anyway, I'm just showing you that I actually like the height of this tripod. This is an example of it in use, and it was part of the bundle. It came separately, as I mentioned earlier. I was concerned about it. Now I'm thrilled to have it. It'll work great with my GoPros. And also, if I had bought this setup and later they decided that there was a bundle with the 45 to 150 lens, I doubt I could have gotten it anywhere except Adorama and B&H. They both are pretty good about honoring price matches with their time limits. Thank you very much.